Well, this is definitely not our first storm of the season, so we have a playbook that we actually pull out and begin to set up and basically implement the plan that we've already worked out. We've done on many of these sites already pre-mobilization exercises in order to just ensure that we know how the site will work out. Certainly in terms of being prepared in advance, that's the main thing. When the storm is brewing somewhere off the coast, if it's a hurricane or in this case in the south, we want to be well in advance ahead of that storm making preparations. That means calling people in. That means calling in these mutual assistance crews well in advance because of course as the other utilities start to recognize a need, there's limited resources out there and you have to be prepared in terms of how big the storm is. In this case, in terms of M&T and getting ready for what we're doing here, we started yesterday afternoon at about 3 o'clock, actually on site. I was personally on site here meeting the tent company that came in. It takes them about 7 to 10 hours to build that very large tent you see, which is our feeding tent. They have to be prepared here. The site has to be ready. The existing cars that are on the site have to be taken off, and we have to immediately start to make calls for generators, trailers, porta potties, and of course all the crews, the cones, all the supplies and materials that we provide to the crews that go out. All of those calls have to be made in advance and we have to begin to plan for that. The staging sites are chosen primarily for their accessibility to major thoroughfares, their regional area in terms of where we tend to see historically where storms are the fiercest and we tend to see the most distribution system damage. So all of these sites, and we have any number of them across our Central Maryland service territory, have all been pre-planned and prepared and ready. We make the arrangements with the site renters or management company or owners so that we know that when we make the call, they're ready and we can get in on the site and use it. And as you can see, this is basically a giant parking lot, but it's perfect because we're all right off of 95, so we can go north and south very quickly and easily and safely. We want to prepare because we want to restore electricity as safely and as efficiently and of course as quickly as possible. So preparations are key. We've got all these folks. Our intent and our plan is to have everybody here and ready. We've already got about half of our crews at this site that we expect here already. The remainder will probably come in later tonight. So really, as the snow falls, no one should be traveling. We should be prepared here, and then when it's done tomorrow, we'll be able to go out, assess the damage, and start to repair.